Hello guys, this is Ice Multimedia and I'm your host Tushar Imran. Today I'm going to talk about photography. We are all love to take picture, so we are all photographer in different level. So we all love to play with camera settings or mobile camera settings. So I guess most of us we have seen a feature named HDR on your DSLR camera or mobile phone camera or other camera. So today I'm going to talk about HDR photography. What is HDR and what it does and how to use them and when to use them and why this feature is amazing. So I'm gonna talk about HDR, all about HDR today. So let's get started. So at first we need to know what is HDR meaning. HDR meaning is high dynamic range. If you are new in photography or you don't know what is high dynamic range or dynamic range, I'm gonna tell you what is dynamic range. Dynamic range is how much details your camera can capture between dark and light. That's mean if you are taking picture of some nature picture or portrait picture or any kind of picture, your camera will able to take details from as much as dark and as much as light. That is your dynamic range. If you have high dynamic range camera, you would not lose any details from your darkest part of your picture or brightest part of your picture. So that is dynamic range. Because of dynamic range, your camera is worth more money. That's mean a more expensive camera, you will get more expensive and more high dynamic range. So that's why your mobile phone camera cannot beat your DSLR camera. Your DSLR camera cannot beat your film camera. So that is the different. Most of the time, dynamic range is very important. If you are making videos or taking picture in critical situation, in critical condition or somewhere light and dark, so then you need high dynamic range. So how HDR works? So if you have a low dynamic range camera or any kind of camera, you can take help from your high dynamic range option. I mean high dynamic range feature, HDR feature. When you on your HDR feature, then your picture took same two picture at the same time. So one picture with high exposure and another one with low exposure. Then the two picture your camera will combine and make one picture. That means your two picture will merge at one picture, and your camera will take darkest part of your picture from high exposure one and lowest and brightest part of your picture from low exposures picture one. So then what it does is if you push up your exposure in high, then your darkest part will be bright and you will get some details from your darkest part of your picture, but your brightest part will be blown up. And if you low exposure your picture, then you will get some details from brightest part of your picture and your darkest part will be black solid black. So high dynamic range feature take two same photo and they took from details from high exposure one and details from low exposure one, then it's combined, so you get a very good fully detailed picture. So let's talk when you can take picture from with help of high dynamic range. Well, if you on your HDR feature, then you can take still photo or a nature photo. Well, there is no subject moving or something like that. If your subject is moving like sport photography or some bird is flying or something like that, then you cannot take HDR picture because your camera will take two picture at the same time. If you get some moving object, that will be very blurry, so you cannot use your high dynamic range feature from that moving object feature. So Remember that you can take nature picture with help of high dynamic range, but if you get high air and moving tree or moving bird or something like that, then you cannot use your HDR feature of your camera. And if you get something is not moving, then obviously you have to use HDR feature. That is totally amazing. You have to try it. So in this episode, that was my short review of HDR feature of your camera. So I hope you understand about HDR. If you don't understand something, just comment below. I will reply if I know that. And if you are know better than me, if you have any suggestion, please let me know in comments. I am very glad to learn new things and very glad to teach new things to people as well. So don't afraid to make any comment. Just comment below anything you want and I will gladly reply that. So take care of yourself. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.